Alright folks, welcome to another video, or another assembly video. Of course I won't be doing step by step on this one because it's going to be the FM/clock radio. As you can see, the instruction. Yes, I know I'm not opening up a potato chip bag. Made in China, of course. So right, so everything is inside of here. So this didn't come pre-assembled. See here. On this, I guess mainly what I got to be careful is getting the correct capacitor and correct resistors installed. I don't have to worry about the AM stuff on this one. Pictures and stuff are pretty. It's black and white, but it's nice and big. So there's the picture. There's that of the assemble. Of course, they got the diagram. It's all in Chinese, no English at all. As you can see, it's all in Chinese. Back side is also all in Chinese. And at least you can, now they do list all of the parts like resistors and capacitors and stuff like that, and so as long as it's listed on the board and I use my multimeter correctly. Let me get this tape off. Now eventually when I get to level 4, yeah, eventually. I'll never become an expert. There's one, unless I go and read up on, or oh okay. I was oh crap, man, is that a crack on the? I guess that's the strip of plastic. That's LED. Now what the? Oh okay, that's what I say. Why isn't it coming? Why isn't it coming off? Yeah, it looks like it's like cheap Chinese masking tape. Huh. Okay. All right. Let's look at the. There we go. So they were nice enough to package everything inside. Well, okay, it's got a LED, which came. So the LED came pre. I guess the controller chip for the LED. Came I guess installed, pre-soldered. You could, if you wanted to, bring out the heat gun or use a desoldering wick and desolder all of this. Take it out and put it back in. Whoever did the soldering job on this did a pretty crappy job. That's the. Of course, they went with the bent leg technique, but it looks pretty crappy. But again, like I said, for a project to turn in for credit, for a grade, yeah, you want it to look nice. But for most consumer product, that's the quality of soldering that you're going to get, because people are in a hurry. They got 10 radios, board that they got to do, for the day's quota. So they're not going to worry about. Yeah, so there's capacitors on the back. I don't know what a Cry's is, this silver stuff. So it's PCB2. So it looks like there are some stuff I will be putting on this LED board, but they got the capacitors, diodes, and this silver stuff. All right, well, let me get it start assembling, and this will probably take another 3 days. And and it probably won't be till 5, 6, 7 days before I get the video edited and uploaded. All right, so let's get started. I'll be back. All right, folks, and welcome back. So I finally finished putting everything together, wired up, and I've already tested it. It does work. A few little pointers to point out is that on the board there are these 2 chips. They look kind of like capacitors, but they're like bigger capacitors. The red dot, I don't know if the camera picked, and the blue dot, goes on the number 1 slot. I sort of had to scratch my head, and it's like, okay, I think that's where it goes. So I made the correct guess. This wire that connects the main board to the LCD board, it doesn't really matter, you know, which direction the wire goes. There's green first and brown over here. I went with brown on the VMM, and then the green down here. And as long as you match it up on the LCD board, it will work. So this time I actually got the what's called that resistors. I actually got the resistors correct this time. I didn't try to do the mathematics game by trying to do the stripes. I just brought out my multimeter. One other thing that I ran into is that there's 10K and then there's 10. Luckily on this board, the 10 slot for the resistors are only 2. It's these 2. And then there's like, I think, 3 or 4 10K slots. On my multimeter, the 10K slot read 097. All 3 of them, or 4 of them, read 097. So I was like, okay, these have got to be the 10K. And also, it's only 2 zeros, like 09.7. So that's got to be the 10K. And the 10 read on the multimeter 010.1, which is, you know, 100 position. So so that had to have been 10. So I was like, okay, that's got to be it. And yeah, it was it. And of course, this right here, this 5.5T position is a, I guess this is the low megahertz, I guess, tweaker. And to tweak it, it's okay. The coil is coiled up like this together, and you just have to get a little screwdriver and pry them apart. And supposedly the further you pry them apart, the lower the frequency will go. I think they say that you should get to 87 megahertz is the low, and the high would be, I think it was 108. So 87 to 108 megahertz. I didn't have to mess with the tuner frequency. I got down to like 80 megahertz and up to like 121. So let me hook up turn it on and see if it does still work. You know, it's been sitting overnight. Crud. There we go. Okay, if I can take the screw off first. Let's see here. Of course, you gotta line up if I can do it. Right. Let's see here. I'll get it. Hold on, gotta lift it up off of the. There we go. Okay, if I put it down, of course it's. Do we even have this correctly? I think it's. See, yeah, that's correct. This one's the volume. Of course, this is the headphone. Here's the speaker. Now, I actually had to get online and check and see, you know, because originally I had the red and black wire over for the speaker, and this speaker doesn't really matter for the plus or negative. So you can put, you can reverse the polarity, and the speaker will still work. So I had to, move the. So I originally had the blue and yellow lines over here for the. I think this is the positive. This is the negative battery. Positive battery connects to here, and this board is actually, pretty user friendly. Everything's labeled. So unlike the other radio where nothing was, it was crap basically. Will I try it again? Probably not. So there's that, and of course the gray wire goes to the antenna. There's that, and the reason I went online to check was that there's a ground, GND, ground. That stands for ground. And I was like, what the hell is the ground used for? Let me go check online and see what other guys are saying. And no one mess with the ground because this is battery operated. You don't need ground. Maybe you want to plug it to the wall. Maybe this board, I guess, has a also an option to plug to a wall power. Okay, the antenna. And this one they at least gave you a little attachment that attaches to the antenna, where you can solder on the wire, and of course it solders onto the board right there. So I was like, okay, nice. At least you guys gave us that, because the other one I had to like forcibly try to solder the wire, the antenna wire onto the antenna, and it would not take until like maybe the 4th or 5th try, and then it finally took, and I was like, geez. Okay, let me get this on. Okay, let's see here. All right. Now if I can get the little micro screw. Okay. There we go. All right, so I can put it back down. There we go. Let me hook up the power. Yeah, I actually purchased a USB, and this does work, fortunately. All right, make sure it doesn't. Okay, the wires are touching, but that's okay. There we go. And it is on 120 and FM 126, so I gotta like lower it down. There's nothing way up in this range. I think this is a military range way up there. Whoop, music. Okay, this is ESPN.
Los Angeles Lakers at the end of the first quarter. Coming up next here,
oh yeah, let me. Very staticky. Let me pull up the antenna.
Because of this full court device.
Well, it works, but man, it's super staticky.
Coming up for the next G-Bag Nation NFL schedule.
Yeah, ESPN. Yeah, of course I'll leave it on here because there's no music. It's just sports radio. Let me turn it down. That's the thing, is that if you tone it down, it suddenly just shuts off. There you go. It gets pretty loud, by the way. Let me turn it up.
Permanently near section 101 at Globe Life Field for Tahoe Barbecue and the Texas.
Yeah, this is the speaker is 8 ohms, so it can take some power, but it's only 5 watts. So yeah, so this is a success. Let me and I like it too because it is a clock. You can change it to clock. Let's see here. Display. I don't have it all set in. So yeah, this has a. It even has an AM and PM for the clock, so it tells you if it's morning or nighttime. And yeah, so this works. Like I said, as long as I can get the capacitors and the resistors on correctly. Let me shut it off. I was worried about the LCD, and of course I was worried because everybody online were like, "Oh man, got the clock to work, but couldn't get the radio to work." It's like, crap, man. Is this going to be? And yes, and don't forget to take off the film. There you go. So I was like, I wonder if this LCD screen has a film. I was like, yeah, sure it does. Of course, you got leftover parts, which I will put into the bin. Like here, you got leftover capacitors. Here is leftover resistors, which I will throw into the parts bag. See here, leftover screws. Well, actually, not leftover screws. I haven't screwed everything together yet. But I'll definitely throw those in the parts bin. So let me get this actually put together and turn it on. And of course, this is the on-off switch. You guys, my hand's in the way. This here is the on-off switch. This white box with the white button on top. But other than that, this is really pretty straightforward. Now, putting in the battery terminal, one trick it has sort of like a really dinky small tabs on either side, and those act as like let's call that I guess thorns, or not thorns, but I guess but prongs to keep this from coming out. But they got it like out pretty far, And so if you get like a needle nose plier and just press in both on either side, roll slightly, this will actually go in a lot smoother, and it still won't come out. I mean, if you can't pull it out by hand, it's in there, you know. And but that's it. Let me put this together, and I'll be back. All right, welcome back. So yeah, I was racking my brain on how to screw down or mount the board to the housing, and it turns out I had, of course, I had to go online. So it turns out it's, you mount it on to the, let's see here, to the other half of the case. And alright, so now I gotta screw the LCD board down first. Now I actually, before I screw it down, let's see here, I actually managed, I know some people had a hard time soldering the metal push buttons. These have like little pins, like super dinky pins. I looked on the other side to see if I could like bend the pins to get these to stay. I actually managed to solder them in place. Yes, because just like everyone, when you flip it over to mount, they would fall out. So I was like, crap, man, what do I do? And some folks put electrical tape. So if you're wondering, yeah, you can electrical tape these on. And I managed to solder them on. So either way works. Okay, hold on here. Okay, had to go get something. I think I kicked the camera. Let's see, let me straighten it out. Alright. Well, okay, straight enough. Let's see, little screwdriver. And yes, if you don't have one of these little screwdrivers, go get one, because you're going to crap. No, that didn't. Okay, either I missed. Yeah, this could turn into a 1-hour video if I keep screwing with it. Yep, I missed. Okay, let me pause the video because I can't see with the camera in the way. Alright folks, got the cover on, screwed it all down. They could have done better with these screws, man. These are some crappy screws, man, I tell you. Okay, so let's put the batteries in. What's the back cover? I gotta find it. Okay, back cover. Yeah, if you wonder why this screw is missing, I didn't want to do right here. It's because the wire is in the way. You can see that red. That's the positive wire. So I was like, screw it. I do not want to take this apart. All right, so here we go. Let's pull up the antenna. Okay, that's. All right, so with it laid down. Of course, 12 a.m. is the default. It's not 12 a.m. here. Let's see here. Well, that's to turn on the radio, and I think this one is the on-off. It's all on-off, so let's see. Though I don't think you can turn. Okay, no. This one is all. Okay, I guess you can switch it. I don't know how you keep it. 7? No, I think that's the, I don't know what that is. Okay. What the heck? Yeah, okay. I guess I'm gonna have to open this up so I can Yeah, because the clickers aren't clicking. They were clicking before I put it in, but they're not clicking now. Okay, there you go. That clicks. Crap. Must have. It's probably not lined up. Okay. This one doesn't click, but it works. This one clicks. This definitely clicks. Okay, hold on, let me... Okay, hold on. There you go.
Oh, you're gonna end up with an answer who knows. Again, why? What are we trying to accomplish here?
Okay, yeah, this is a really crappy radio.
Let's have our questions.
It's loud though.
Yes. Now this is the thing. I put that out there.
Alright, so I really want this for the clock, so I need to get these clock buttons working. So crap, I'm gonna have to.
Y'all ain't heard about this neither. Alright, go ahead and text into.
There you go. What that button does. Okay, I don't know what this is. Oh, that's an alarm. Okay, yeah, that's the little bell in the upper right hand corner. Let's see here. Oh, okay, this actually works. Yeah. Okay, it does, it just doesn't click. The question is, how do I turn the alarm off? So this is a 12. Okay, it is a. Let's see here. I think that's minimum set, HE set, time set. Okay. Okay, there we go. This can set the time. So it does work, just doesn't click. I don't know what the minimum set is. So I don't know what this minimum set does. Yeah, so it does work, just doesn't click. So, hold on. Oh, okay, this one is the minute for the alarm clock. Okay, min stands for minute, okay. HE stands for hour, okay. Now I get it. The question is, let's see. Okay. Well, it works. So yeah, so all the buttons work, they just don't click. Like this one. Maybe it's because I soldered them, but that's okay, they still work. Okay, that's a set the hour. So how do you turn the, let's see, maybe, nope, nope. Well, I don't need this for alarm anyways. So 6 well, I guess that's 6:09, but you have to actually, maybe, 7, that's the minute. So the minute button works, hour button works, just doesn't click, but that's fine. Okay. Oh, hold on. Oh. Okay, screw it. So, okay, so next we're gonna test the, so yeah, so, okay, so I got 81.1 is the lowest that mine goes, and on the instruction it says, you know, try to get it to at least 87, so I got it past 87, and the maximum is 126.7. In the instruction it says try to get it to at least 108. So I'm going to set this to 90. There you go. It is on 90. So now, let me pause the video. Alright, welcome back. So I got my transmitter. I can finally test my transmitter. So, so I'm going to plug it up here. See if I hear my voice. It might be testing. Oh, turn this up. Testing, testing. I don't know. Testing, testing. Testing. Okay. That's weird. It's like I'm acting as a antenna. I'm gonna put my hand near here. Let me try the other. I think the other was 98. Nope, 90. Oh, better. So 90. I can't do 98 because there's a station on there. Let me do 90 again. There we go. Testing, testing. Hello? 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 Testing, testing, testing. That ain't working. Testing, testing. Testing. Hello? Hello? This button, yeah, I think something's out of whack on the button line button. There we go. Okay, so the radio worked. The transmitter, I guess, still out on the. I might have to look online and see what the Yeah, a lot of people are complaining about the antenna, and one guy mentioned that he used a copper wire. That's what I did. I just soldered it on, coiled it up. No, the copper wire is insulated, so I don't know if that But I'm right here. It really shouldn't even need an antenna. I'm right here next to it. I think I put everything in correctly. I might have to double check. Maybe go online. So I guess I'll have to list the transmitter as a fail, but the radio is a pass. The radio works, the clock works, the buttons all work. These two don't click, but they work. The minute set, the hour set works, time set works. All display. I don't know what this all on off means, but there's that. Now I don't know how to set. No. AM, PM, that's AM, PM. Hold on here. Let's see. Let's see if it flips over to PM. Yeah, it does. Okay. Well, I hope it doesn't start. The alarm doesn't come on. But okay, I don't know what that is. Huh, can't get it to come back on. What the heck? Let's see. The alarm. Oh. Well, it works, so either way, I guess my transmitter's a fail. I'm probably going to just toss it in the trash. Or I guess I'll look it over once more before I toss it in the trash. But well, that's it. This radio works. Again, the main thing is the clock. That's what I really want it for. And to test my transmitter, which isn't working, I put it on, I think, 90, channel 90 and 98. 98 has some guy singing on it. 90 seems to be the channel I could use, but again, it ain't working, so I probably screwed something up on the transmitter. Either way, hopefully the little, I don't really do like a step-by-step, because like I said, if I do that, it's going to be an hour-long video. And of course, you got guys who do those, then, in the installation process, they're fast forwarding. It's like times 3, times 4. You're like, okay, I got to slow down so I can see what the guy's doing. I'd rather not do that. So if I'm going to do an actual assembly video, I'll try another small board like I did before, and I'll actually film it all the way through. Now that I got my camera set up correctly. And well, that's it. Hopefully this helps out. I guess I'm one of the few who are able to get the radio and the clock working. I don't know how to set the alarm on this, but all of the buttons work. Radio works. clock works. This is a receiver and alarm clock. Okay, that's what. Let's see here. FM band. Yeah, down here. So yeah, it says 740 to 1080 megahertz. So 74.0 to 108.0 megahertz. So I didn't get it down to 74.0. Let's see here. I think. No, let's see if I did. Let's see here. Yeah, there's somebody talking on 90.1. Oh, that's the wrong way. Yeah, 81.0 is the lowest I can get it. And yeah, and that coil, I got them, you know, separated out as far as I could without, you know, breaking the coil. But I guess to get it down to 74.0, you're probably going to have to really mess with that coil, that 5.5T coil. So, I think there's, whoop, let me try 90 again. No, there's 90 has, yeah, there's someone talking on it. I can barely hear them. I'll turn it up. Yeah, it's a lot of static. You can hear somebody talking. It's probably at 90.1. Okay, either way, thanks for watching. Hopefully the little tidbits that I pointed out is really what you really need, because those are the ones where I kind of scratched my head going, okay, you know, which way does this go? The big components like the headphone jack, you know, the volume knob, the tuner, you know, those you really can't mess up because they only go in one spot. The controller chip only goes in one spot. Those coils only goes in one spot. Now the main thing you got to worry about is getting your resistors and your capacitors in the right location. And for that, you know, just for the capacitor, it's pretty easy. It's labeled on the board and labeled on the capacitor. The resistor, you got to bring out your multimeter and, you know, stick it on ohms. And hopefully your multimeter is one of those pro level ones that will actually read the exact number, as opposed to you got to round it up or round it down like mine. Like I said, mine's a cheap one off Amazon for like 20 bucks. So yeah, it's you know, for home hobbyist use. Okay, well, until the next I guess install video, which will probably be an SMD board. I actually prefer those, and I really should practice more on these through-hole boards. But the SMD one seems to be the one that is tripping a whole lot of people. But I like both. But thanks for watching. Until next video, I guess stay safe, and you know, may all of your projects work. Thank you.